Well, we're sadly on the way out. He's packing. The organization of the packing. Oh. Sad. So sad face. Oh, there he goes. Good morning. Well, Laurent has had to return to Paris. And he dropped me in town on his way out because I have a driving lesson in a couple of hours. So I'm just going to putter around town and distract myself a little because I'm always quite sad when he leaves. And I might go sit in the park actually. I'm just looking over it, the park across the street, and it looks gorgeous and sunny today. So maybe it's a sit in the park and edit some videos kind of morning. I did a little bit of editing and went to the shop, and now I'm walking towards my driving school, but I noticed there's an exposition happening this weekend of antique cars, so I'm going to go in and have a look. Wow, when I saw that there was an antique car festival, I did not realize it would be like this. There are so many cars and, I mean, motorbikes, you can see right here. And they're just from all different decades, from all different eras. It's really amazing. This is my dream car. Anything that's got that swoopy body shape of the like 1920s, 1930s era, I'm obsessed with. If I could have any car in the world, I would have this style of car. I also love it in black. It's gorgeous. Can you imagine like pulling up in the drive of a stately home or a chateau in this car? It'd be like Downton Abbey. It'd be amazing. Here's some more like 1950s style. Feels very Greece. This one's a really early model, and it's almost like a horse and carriage. You can really see how this evolved from being a carriage pulled behind a horse into an automobile. And then next to it is one that doesn't appear to have any front wheels. I mean, I'm assuming that it's in pristine condition like the rest of these cars are, and it's not meant to have visible front wheels, but it looks hilarious. It's really cool. And then this one, I guess this is like more 1980s. I don't know, everything's really cool here. This has just been a festival of different styles of car. The variety is incredible. And the obligatory DeLorean from Back to the Future. And you can see someone has done the professor, the Christopher Lloyd, in there, but his head has fallen off. But it's still pretty cool. I'm really feeling the DeLorean. I've walked out into the car park behind the tents, and there's even more cars. It's amazing how many there are here. I'm told that these are all from different owners. It's like a festival that many different people from around France come and bring their antique cars to. And you can really see how many people have come to show off their cars. If you have any more information about these cars, I would love to know more. So maybe leave a comment with some more info or like what they are. I don't know what that is. Is that even a car? But yeah, these tiny little ones are very cute. I think they're some kind of rally car. I don't know. I like them. They're adorable. That was super fun. How cute with all the different cars. It was amazing. It was really interesting. But now it's time to go to my driving lesson. It's amazing how many like animations, what they call it in France. I don't think that quite translates. Like different activities and events and festivals happen in this area. In the summer, they have some sort of event every Thursday in the center of town here. And they also just have lots and lots of festivals, things like this. Like, it's really amazing how many just interesting things are happening in quite a rural area. sleep time is over. I've changed into some gardening clothes. And I'm gonna leave my lipstick on because I feel pretty while I tackle the jungle that is the back garden. It's gotten very windy suddenly. I'm glad it wasn't this windy when I was doing some aerial. I just wanted to show you guys that little bed of some kind of bulb. I don't really remember what I planted here. It was something related to dahlias, but not dahlias. I'll remember eventually. But they are coming up nicely. This is the pile of brush that I've already pulled out of the garden from mowing the grass and pulling out the dead things. And then over here is the other little bed that I planted. Look at those little guys. They seem happy. But if we continue on from this bed, you will see the problem area. This is the problem area. And it's not even the worst problem area. This is the worst problem area. This has just gotten out of control. So we need to deal with this. I can barely wade through it. It is up to my thigh. Ooh, and I see the first thing I'm gonna pull out. This vine is everywhere. It's related to kudzu. So Americans from the South, you know what kudzu is, and you know why we should all fear it. Because the joke about kudzu is, how do you plant kudzu? You drop a seed on concrete and run. And that is true. And this vine is related to kudzu, and I am not having it. You gotta go. Let's just get this under control before the situation escalates. Sneaky little kudzu variant. Oh, look how much is in there. There's loads of them. Haha, I have triumphed. This is already way better. I can actually walk through here without having to wade through plants. But the next step is to take down this pink clothesline that my mom put up when she was here. I think she might have been trying to low-key murder me because it is directly at my neck height. And I have quite literally clotheslined myself on this thing about 15 times. So people, average and smaller height people of the world, please be aware. For us tall people, it's really easy to set inadvertent booby traps. Please don't accidentally booby trap the world for us. That's excellent. Very pleased. I can actually access my back garden now. So there's still two more things I would like to accomplish today. The first one is this rose bush, who seems happy and healthy enough, but he's leaning over to the side quite a lot. I don't know if you can see, like way over there, that's still the same bush because he's just like this. He's a lazy bush. So I have bought a garden arch to go across the path right here, and we're going to try to tie this guy up over the top of it to meet his friend, who is right there, who is reaching across over towards him. So theoretically, we can get both roses covering across the whole top of the arch, which would be great. And then I'm going to have a little strawberry picking harvest moment. fought with the rose bush and the rose bush won. I had to take a little more off the bushes than I wanted, but it's up. The bushes are wired onto the arch and I love it. Let's back up a little so you guys can see the whole thing. That is so beautiful, and hopefully the bushes will now grow across the top and bloom, so it'll be just a big arch of roses. So happy with it. Absolutely love it. Well worth. I think I paid about 60 euros for this. Well worth it. Very happy. I've noticed as I've cleared out back here, there are lots of tiny strawberries that are ready to pick and for me to eat. And I'm very, 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 very excited about this. Look at them all back there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. There's also a lot of little baby strawberries, so I think the strawberry season's gonna be going on for some time. And there are the beginnings of grapes on the vines. All 5 vines have a lot of grapes on them, so I think we might be in for an even bigger grape harvest than last year. And I'm gonna have to try to make wine this year. I said I was gonna do it last year, I didn't get around to it, and a lot of grapes went to waste. There are just more grapes than we can possibly eat. So I think this year, maybe experiment with winemaking year. One of my earliest memories, ooh, is that one ready? Maybe not quite yet. One of my earliest memories is my parents taking me strawberry picking when I was very small. I will take that. So it's really sweet now that I have little baby strawberries in my own garden. And I remember how much I liked just looking around for them, like eating them obviously, but just hunting for them. And it's so cute that I have just wild, I'm assuming wild, I did not plant these, strawberries all over this garden. Project of the day. I'm going to paint these little trim pieces that are going to go on the walls of the blue bedroom in a pattern. Yeah, and then tomorrow hopefully I can cut them and put them into the pattern just to check how it looks actually on the wall. I'm just starting to get a little impatient with the blue bedroom. I feel like I'm at a point where it's about 80% done and the momentum has slowed a little bit. So I am really pushing myself to do something to push the blue bedroom forward every day, because after we finish the blue bedroom and the kitchen, there will just be the one shower to add in on the 2nd floor, or 3rd floor if you're American, European 2nd floor. And then that floor will be completely done. And that is a huge, huge, huge goal for me, because after that floor is completely done, I can close it off, I can say it's done, and I can live on that floor without it being a construction zone. And that is the dream. So really pushing to try to get that blue bedroom done, get the kitchen done, get the shower done, and reach the part where that floor is done and separate from the rest of the house. Just for an update, here is the blue bedroom right now. I did do a little extra project in here. I added on this gold door plate and knob, which I think really gives a nice accent to the closet door here. And I cut and glued on this trim, which I just kind of did spur of the moment, so I didn't film it, but the The trim is on around the window. Look at that view. God, I love that view. Every time I look out a window on this side of the house, I just have to stop and stare at it. But yeah, basically things are going pretty well in here. I'd say it's about 80% done. I need to add the decorative wood trim onto the walls. I need to finish reupholstering the bed because I've done only this side so far. I'm actually currently washing the fabric that will go onto the other sides because I'm going to wash it before I put it on. And we need to sand and re-varnish the floor just because there's been construction and the floor has not come out great. Yeah, and then a solid clean, add some curtains, and it will be done. It's getting so close. I really want this room to be done. Since I'm doing an update, I'll show you the kitchen too. So yeah, the kitchen is not as far along as the blue bedroom, maybe 30% done. We've got this half of the cabinets in. We need to add the cabinets onto this wall. And again, just give the floor a little sand and varnish. And then finish adding the new drywall onto this side of the room. Repaint this bad boy, who is going to be off-white with a blue interior. And yeah, just we're moving along with the kitchen. The biggest job is definitely the cabinets, and that is half done. And this is the worst half. The other half will be easier than that half was, which is great. And also on this floor, we have my bedroom and the living room, which are both mainly done. Yeah, those are both finished. And then we have the landing, and that's the last thing. Well, not quite the last. There's also the shower, but the landing needs to be done. The landing needs me to finish this mural. This one panel took me, I'm guessing, about 15 hours. So that's going to be some time before I can do 3 more panels. We also need to take out the old heating unit, which is here. So this stairway will just be completely open, but that's a carpenter type job. That's a hire the carpenters come in and do that for me type job. So that's fine. That's not a me type job. And then finally on this floor, we have the shower room. And that just needs to be completely redone. Just some paint or wallpaper, replace the sink, and rebuild the shower entirely because the shower is not usable at the moment. So that's really the biggest job left on this floor. I know that sounds like a lot of projects, but actually things have changed so much up here. And having just that number of projects feels like the finish line is within sight. And I'm hoping by the end of the year to have like all of the interior renovations of the house done, at least excepting the apartment. The apartment we're leaving for a later time, but these 2 top floors, the first floor and the second floor, I would like to have done by the end of the year. And I think that's doable. I really do think that's like possible. I say now, but I think within a few months, we can have this top floor entirely done. And then it's just a matter of doing cosmetic things on the first floor. We're not making any huge changes. It's really just cosmetic things. So I feel hope. Well, I've got to run because there is the concert at the Chateau tonight. So I have about 5 minutes to get down there. I better get going. I wanted to wear something a little bit more posh and pretty than this, but it is raining like mad out there, so I'm back in the jumper. I might wash away before I arrive at the Chateau, but it'll be worth it because I think this concert's going to be amazing. our local chateau. It is dating back to the 14th century and it's just gorgeous on the inside. Okay, so now we are moving downstairs. The first part of the concert was up in the courtyard with the food trucks, which were great. But now we're moving downstairs into the dungeon where the main part of the concert is going to be. This is so cool. They've made it like a little bistro down here with the fancy lighting and the little tables and the stage. I can't believe it. It looks amazing. This is really, really, really a great setup. I've got my seat. I've got my wine. I think there are 3 different bands that are going to be playing different styles of jazz tonight. So I'm very excited to hear them all. It's happened again. I totally forgot to film an outro for this video. So I just happened to be at this cute little beach by the river. I thought that'd be a nice place to film an outro. So here is your nature themed outro. Anyway, let me do the outro thing, which is to say that subscribing and liking my videos are 2 things that are absolutely free. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you subscribed and liked, because they are very, very, very helpful to me with the YouTube algorithm and with all that kind of good stuff. And it also shows that there are people enjoying what I'm doing. So please do those 2 things. Here's some more pretty shots of the river. And I'll see you guys next time. It's a pretty shot of the river and some wildflowers. Please hit the subscribe button. It's just below the video. There's a frog in those bushes, but you can't see him. Here's some more wildflowers. Don't forget to subscribe.